Okay, so my colleagues are here, prepped up, ready for battle. Mami as well as the man producer Hafiz Gunu Chaman Kaula. What's up?
I did.
You day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything nice. How's it looking in the camp of Chelsea?
Oh,
Promising?
great.
That's great, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Tomorrow we are back in action
My
again.
friend
So,
behavior.
unlike someone.
Yeah, I didn't ask you about someone.
I'm only saying something.
Saying what? There's nothing to say.
Why are you
All
being
you need to
defensive?
do. I'm not being defensive.
So let me finish my
You're
sentence.
speaking.
You don't know what I'm about to say.
You're speaking to the judge, okay?
Okay.
And the judge makes the rulings here.
You're acting like a conversation precog right now. So,
Dude, what's your problem?
knowing what I'm about to say before.
I don't
So
need
that's
to know
what
what you're about to say.
So let me finish
I am
my
interested.
sentence.
I am interested in the answer of the question that I asked you.
Okay.
How was
So
the
I can't
camp?
add
No,
extras.
you have no. Don't even go there. You're not welcome. Okay, that chapter is closed. Yeah, but Hafiz, when was the last time you got a call from a friend saying that Hafiz, I'm in town and Charlie time has really beaten me, so I really want to spend the nights, or Charlie, I'm coming to town for a certain program and I have like a week. Can I crush at your end for that time?
Oh, I think that's like way back in 2012 that
Mm.
happened. Yes. Just for a week, I think. A friend
Okay.
came. Remember the whole
Coke thing?
Coke thing?
Right. Oh, it started with that guy.
Yes.
Nice. But how was it? Were you comfortable? Were you at the point of like,
Why won't I be? I mean, with every meal there's Coke. Why won't I? Be?
So there's a price.
No,
Okay.
no. But,
Right. But how was
seriously.
it? How was it?
It was. I want to say uncomfortable, but it was an
Unusual?
experience.
Okay.
Yes, it was an experience because, yes, I mean, every now and then you would have to make way. But anyway, just even recently, I think an uncle came over, and
Okay.
yes, because of the way the whole house is arranged,
Right.
everyone has a partner.
Your
it
place
sets,
your place is
so
the
they're
go-to
like,
area.
come crash at
To
this
the
guy's end."
bachelor. Okay.
No, but I had a swell time with him. I mean,
Mm.
we had a conversation, a lengthy conversation about life,
Okay.
basically everything.
How long
I
was
mean,
it?
Sorry.
How long was
Oh,
the
just for
stay?
a day.
Ah,
Yes,
right.
yes. So that's why I forgot anyway. So, but he came over and then I mean, I had that conversation with an uncle anyway. So
Okay.
I got to hear certain things
Right.
on an ordinary day I probably would not hear.
Okay. All
So
right.
it was all good.
Right. Anyway, this is on the basis of our conversation for today, which is about living arrangement cuts across. I mean, there's cohabitation, which actually happens to be a topic on its own, but we choose to bring all of these things under the umbrella of living arrangement and get people's reaction on that as well. Okay, but let me start with you, Hafiz. How's it like? I mean, how's this whole thing like for you?
Living arrangement.
Mm.
Mm. Well,
Is it something welcoming in your space?
well, there are times where you have no choice.
Right.
Yes, because I mean, the thing about living arrangements is that some people have more choice than others in determining where they live. Now,
Okay.
like it or not, there are push and pull factors that ultimately determines how and where we live.
Yeah.
Yes,
True.
yes, because at the end of the day, the most important factor for some is about the cost. So
Yeah.
they'll go in there whether or not, depending on the amount being charged.
Mhm.
Sometimes the location also
Yeah.
plays a factor.
Right.
There's proximity to work,
Mhm.
yes, proximity to family and all that. So these are all reasons to either push you or pull you
Pull
away
you.
from a particular location,
Okay.
and that ultimately determines how or
Mm.
where you decide to live eventually.
Right.
Now that said, I just want to quickly run through a lot, some because there's a lot
Yeah.
that we need to cover. So
Mm.
just quickly run through some of the some very common types of living arrangements that
Right.
we are familiar with, and sometimes maybe it's happened to us at one
we
point,
didn't
but
really
we probably
know.
just didn't really
Okay.
classify it under any heading.
Okay.
All right. So first and foremost, I would like to start with the single person household, or
Okay.
aka living alone.
Mm.
So, and usually that is the most preferred for
Yeah.
most people.
Mm.
Yes, you get to block your stuff or keep
Yeah.
your stuff anyhow you want,
Yeah.
live and come back at odd hours.
Mm.
It sounds like what
What?
10 years ago since you did that, eh?
Yeah.
Mr. Married One.
It was a long time
Anyway,
ago.
so
Yeah.
yeah, because when it's 5 o'clock now, you start getting phone calls.
I-
Come home,
Yeah. Right.
come home. Where
I
are
know,
you?
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like a child
Yeah.
living with his mother.
Yeah, so
Right.
now accountability is a thing for you. unlike some of us, so we can walk in and come out at
For
any
like,
time.
go, don't even come. Don't even come. No one cares. Right.
Yes. Basically, you get to,
Mm.
you have that freedom, and
Mhm.
usually it's the most preferred form of living that most people want.
Mm.
But in the absence of that, what is there? Now, there's another situation of another living arrangement style called co-housing.
Okay.
Yes, and this is where it's a living arrangement where you have people that share the same values, sometimes the same profession, that occupy a certain space.
Okay.
Now, depending on the design, you
Mm.
would have residents sharing a space or two. So, taking for instance, maybe doctor's flats or police barracks. As
Okay.
they
Yeah.
are
Police
designed.
barracks. Yeah.
Yes, you have them, share maybe a kitchen.
Okay.
Sometimes share maybe a reading space like a library.
Okay.
Yes, and you have all these things happening.
Mm.
So the whole idea is to share that communality that
Okay.
exists.
Right.
And but then again, I'm just going to catch you off guard. I mean, what are some of the disadvantages you think that would occur in such an arrangement? Anyway.
Ah, shit. I mean, there's there's this thing about mine and ours. The
Okay.
way I treat my stuff is differently from the way we would treat our stuff. Because
Right.
if we're sharing the same kitchen, and then there's a space that I normally keep clean,
Okay.
because regardless of it being a kitchen for two, you'd realize that one person will be playing a certain role that maybe the other might not be playing, and the other one might not be comfortable with it. It's either the other person doesn't keep it clean,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one does
So
it.
hygiene issue.
Hygiene issues,
Yeah.
using certain utensils that doesn't belong to you.
Okay.
You pick, or some of your utensils might be missing,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if something gets broken, you fix it, and it's just, there's always friction in there,
Yes. Yes. So
Yeah.
it's one form of arrangement that also
Mm.
tends to, but some actually do like it, and
Mhm.
depending on your age too.
Mm.
Especially in later years
Mm.
when people tend to live alone,
Yeah.
having people around and
Mm.
all that might not actually be bad.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you have some, preferring such an arrangement.
Mm.
Then you've mentioned it, cohabitation,
Mm.
where I'm now, for those that do not understand what it is, it's just a state of living together
Mm.
and having sexual relations.
Right. Not
but-
married.
but not married.
Not married.
Yes,
Right. Mm.
Yes. So in this instance, yes, well, people are delaying. I don't know why.
I wonder what's wrong with her. What
Okay.
is your problem?
So
Why did you make that exclamation?
okay, so this
Anyway,
one.
I bring you on. Not now. Not now. Yeah.
Now the thing is,
Mm.
people are definitely delaying marriage, but they won't delay sex. They won't delay childbirth.
Right.
So
Say body no be firewood,
exactly. So these things tend to happen. Now
Right.
with cohabitation, some are very deliberate about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they get to a point in their relationship. They're like, okay, you know what? Since marriage will probably be the next, or is the next logical step,
We can start with
why
this.
don't we give this marriage thing a trial run?
Mm.
So come live with me,
Mhm.
or maybe, I mean, where you live to your place of work is far, so
Yeah.
come live with me, and then let's see how it goes. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. And before you know it, one is moving in. Now that's more deliberate.
Right.
Now there's the other one that is not deliberate, but some way somehow you just
You
wake
find-
up and you find yourself in a situation of you are cohabiting.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, it started with someone leaving the boxer shorts or the earrings.
Wait. Wait. If you left your boxer shorts at
Uh-huh.
your partner's,
Eh,
what did you take home the next morning? Like no boxer?
I haven't done that before. You can ask Maud. too.
No, but that's a serious question. But anyway, yeah, you've not done it before. Okay, that's fine. So we should be asking.
No, I'm
Maud-
just saying you should. You can
Maud,
ask Maud.
Maud,
Yeah.
does it? You do boxers? No, you don't. But
Okay, so let's. move
yeah.
on. So
Okay. Whatever it is that she left, maybe. Okay, that's fine. Right. Okay.
So,
Hafiz.
this is how we pack for the weekend, anyway. But let's let's move on.
All right. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, it usually starts out in,
By forgetting,
in that
deliberately
fashion.
forgetting stuff, huh?
Yes, you tell you,
Right.
I left my wristwatch. I
Right.
left my
Okay.
my favorite bra.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they're like, okay, you
double
know
of
what?
it.
Just pack in.
Yeah.
Stop all this.
Just stop all this.
Yes, but you can understand this sort of arrangements.
Yeah.
It's very popular in the Western world as against
Really?
these
Moving
parts.
in together?
It's a very popular. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
According to some stats, I mean, it's childbirths that are from cohabitation unions or situations
Uh-huh.
have increased since the 1980s in the United States. So
It
account-
has increased.
yes,
Wow.
accounts for an increase in the non-marital births.
Okay.
So in the United States, so it's very popular.
Yeah,
No matter
you-
how popular you think it is here,
It is more popular there.
popular
Yeah, that's
out there.
yeah. You get to. I mean, you tend to see where they have a kid together, but they're not married. There's
Mhm.
always a kid, and they're not married.
Oh, and you
and
see,
it's a normal thing.
no, you see, marriage over there is a big deal. I mean, it's not like something you wake up and you are like you are tired. Okay, you know what? Go back to your father's house. No, you are losing half of your property. So
Mm.
if you actually want to get married, then
Okay.
you actually have to do due diligence and know the
exactly.
person you are marrying, because it's not something you are going to, because you'll be losing half of whatever it is you
Mm.
got
Mm.
before or after the marriage. So you need to, it's something you'd really need to
Mm.
consider before getting into.
Mhm.
Not like here people just get up and marry, and because of certain laws,
So
and they're able
by
to circumvent.
by
certain-
cohabitating with one
Yes.
another, you get to know that okay, this is really what I want. Is that it?
Well, the numbers don't exactly support that,
Okay.
because you see, there are a lot of disadvantages that comes with
Mm.
cohabiting.
Mm.
Yes, your
Mm.
chances of actually getting married decreases when you cohabit.
Okay.
Yes, because they'll tell you at the end of the day, yes, you guys are practically married, so you do everything. You
Like
see
married
yes,
couples,
so
yeah.
you see the best and worst of each other.
Mhm.
So the motivation to actually
Get married
yes,
decreases.
exactly
You're right.
by the
You're
day.
right.
So it doesn't happen anyway. Then
okay.
there's also the increased chances of the marriage ending badly. Actually, if you actually do end up getting married,
Mm,
because yes,
mm.
it brings up all kinds of issues.
Right.
Then there's also the chances of the partner, having an issue should something happen to a roommate or an occupant.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, you are doing this on the blind side of
No
it.
legal consent.
Exactly. So the legality of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people even do it against the wishes of
Of
their
their
guardians
parents.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when there's an issue, clearly then you have yourself to
you
blame.
have yourself to blame. All right. Okay, so you might want to hold on there. I will get to my mate as she tells us about. Oh, so what was that about when you made that exclamation?
Packing
Just
for the weekend.
I don't know.
Please tell us.
She says she doesn't do boxer shorts, so and then she
I don't even know what he's
she doesn't
talking
leave
about.
anything
I didn't say
behind.
anything. Did I say
You said
anything?
packing for the weekend.
Okay.
So if a person is getting away for the weekend, they should not pack.
Getting away from what?
Pack, why are you packing?
Are you
to?
on there? Are you fugitive?
I don't even know.
You know, usually on the weekends, you
Mhm.
want to go out of a car with your friends.
Okay. Well, that's yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
a
so
normal
then
thing.
you have to
So
pack for
bougie.
it, because you have to sleep. You have
Okay.
to pack nightwear, a
Mhm.
sponge or toothbrush,
Okay.
clothes.
All right.
It's either staying in clothes or going out clothes. And you know how women like to do this thing where
No, we don't. Tell
they
us.
and women have this thing where they take what they need and then they take their maybe stuff
In case.
just in case.
Charlie.
It's like
This is new information.
Yeah,
oh,
me
please.
too. Yeah.
Oh,
We're not women.
Really?
We don't know these
So
things.
okay, so usually whenever I'm getting away,
Uh-huh.
I think no, this is not a conversation we should have under this topic.
Oh.
Okay.
So I think this is a conversation we should have another day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where
another day.
how
But I get where
people
she's going.
pack
Yeah.
for to go away or
Okay.
things.
Right.
But living arrangements. Hafiz has given examples.
Have you ever thought
of
about moving in with a guy before?
a guy? No. Females, yes, I have. I mean, there was a point in my life where I thought maybe by the time I hit like 25, 26,
You need to get your private accommodation.
no, I will be living with my friends in like a shared apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, I had that dream once, but life,
It faded off.
it
You,
hasn't
you woke up.
faded
Did you
off.
wake up?
No, I'm saying
You're still sleeping in it.
I have it.
Uh-huh.
I had it,
Mhm.
but life. So sometimes
Life did what you're still living.
you give up on your dreams
Right.
because
Certain
right now I am
complications,
very
yeah.
comfortable still
Where you
living in
are.
my parents' house.
Right.
Because one of the pegs of living with my parents still is coming home to a hot meal.
At the age of 30 plus.
It's coming home to a hot meal after a hard day at work
Okay.
and all of the
When you
traffic.
say a hard day at work, it's like you're breaking concrete every now and then.
Using the brain is still working hard.
Hi,
Oh.
my friend. Keep quiet there.
We over here, intellectual property. I know.
Yeah, so I had that dream once, but that is also one living arrangements that people usually do.
Yeah.
They get a space, they share it with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
I know a couple of people who used to live in a two-story, is it a one-story building
Okay.
that had about like 8 rooms, and they were like 8 boys, and then they were sharing the
The
rent.
same hall, parlor, or something.
The same, I think it had 2 parlors.
Okay.
But all the rooms were en suite. So
Right.
everybody has their bathroom, and then they have a shared kitchen.
Wow, that's nice.
And I think when you go to the Western world, they do that a lot as well. You see people have roommates. It's like, I have a lease. I can pay for the full thing now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
I've heard of
rent
it
out
before.
the
Actually, I heard of
rooms
something
and-
like that before. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. There's that example as well.
But with that, like everybody has a responsibility to a certain element. That is where you pay, for a certain service, the bill, the room.
No,
the
even
blah,
before you
blah.
come in, there's a certain
Yeah.
percentage. You have
so,
an understanding.
So you're good.
Yeah,
You're
so
good.
that is also another example of living arrangements,
Yeah.
how people live. Because
yeah.
then some people will say the rent is too high. It will take all of my money, so I would
Yeah.
rather share it
Right. Right.
than to pay for it alone. So there's that as well. Yeah, there's like Cafe said, you talk about these things, groceries,
Yeah.
rent, bills, light bills, water bills, all of those
The food
things
stuff and all of that.
before they
Okay.
move in
Right.
together.
Let's go to the uncomforting part of it. Where you just get that call unannounced and
Freeloaders.
Charlie, today I'm in town or I came to collect my certificate. This happens a lot, especially when I was in Tamale. I had 2 of that situations, and the very first one wasn't quite good because the guy snored all night and I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
I had to leave the bed for him and sleep on the floor because it was unbearable. He just called me. For me, honestly speaking, I can't be with someone.
You see,
No, it doesn't go for me.
you are married now, so what do you mean you come?
No. I mean, no. Married life is different. It's something that you have already decided that is a space that one way or the other you would get into. And you're not living with a man.
Have you heard of married men that stay away from their wives, like
Well,
stay
that's-
out as long as they can?
Those are
Those
different
guys,
species
that's a
of
different
men.
No, but that's
Because
but
before
that has
unless-
nothing to do with living with it.
Unless you were forced to get married.
Exactly.
Married people are willing to share their space. That's why they got married. Because
But-
once you're married,
And
you're sharing
exactly.
your space.
And
You'll be
for me,
surprised.
the mindset was like, I'm alone.
Surprised.
I'm living alone. I like my privacy. I want it to be that way.
And yes,
get my
that's
point.
it. And there are married people who have different bedrooms.
Oh yeah, there are plenty.
So if you don't want to stay in the same
Just go
bedroom
in
with
your
your wife
room.
every time, just get your own bedroom. Because
That's a
that is the
luxury
type of
a
marriage
lot
I'm
of people-
looking for right
that's
now.
the type
Can't
of luxury
afford it.
most people can afford.
Anyway,
so-
yeah.
but it's a luxury. Anyway,
that
I
that
guess
call that you get from a friend, I am in town, I wasn't able to finish all my signings and da. Can I please crush?
that's not an issue usually. But in that instance, they call them free loading or freeloaders.
Okay.
Yes, some
Call them squatters.
some squatters, some leeches, some call them parasites.
Really?
Because you
That
see,
is not a problem, yeah?
it's because of their MO, the way they operate.
Okay.
They are usually not upfront with their intention.
Yes, because I have been a victim before.
Yeah, they are usually not upfront with their intention. Okay, so it's usually some excuse.
It was
And you
supposed.
see, from afar, they look at you and then they see someone that has it all together,
Yes.
or they think you have it all together. So
Mhm.
maybe, oh well, let me just go and crash at this guy's place. And
Yeah.
see how life goes. That is his thinking.
Yeah, me
But-
them leaving my parents' house. Who would tell me I have it all together?
No, but
And
trust
give
me,
me that
I mean,
call.
you are probably giving them that vibe without knowing that you're giving off such a vibe.
Mm.
I mean,
Because-
I've had an old guy like that be
Uh-huh.
on my case for about a month, telling me I should get him a motorbike. I'm like, what did I ever do to you? Like, what did I ever say to make you to give you that impression that I could afford a motorbike?
I mean,
So-
has he ever been to your house before?
Well, yes.
Uh-huh. What do you expect? If you've been to Hafiz's house in Tamale, you understand what the guy is talking about.
The
No,
house
what?
he keeps denying.
Well, he can't continue denying that. But
Oh, he
yeah,
always
by
denies that
God's
he has-
grace, by God's grace,
Cool.
home is not a problem for Hafiz, okay? And we thank God for
Yeah,
that.
he's a prince. I mean,
Hey, please don't put a guy under threat. Don't put a target on his back. But anyway,
you told me he's a prince.
so
Did you lie?
I don't know if
That's
I
another
lied.
conversation
Maybe I
for
was.
later.
Yeah, that's another conversation we should
The
we
only
should have.
royalty we have here is princess. Let's keep it.
So I think Epi is the only royalty we have.
Hafiz is royalty as well.
Confirmed by whom?
Barry!
Why are you burying me,
He
putting me
said
on the
that,
spot?
yeah,
I
he
didn't.
said-
Eh?
he didn't say
I'm here. You don't shout.
Your own.
So, but the problems that creeps in here when they stay more than the actual day.
They overstay their welcome.
Absolutely.
And you see, and in all of this,
Uh.
you're supposed to be cool with it because they are family. Yes. And it's even it's even more annoying or uncomfortable when they are older. They call them what? Couch potatoes. Yes.
What?
So couch potatoes.
Charlie, aliases can stop coming in.
So
Right.
people have all kinds of aliases and all kinds of
Mm,
names for such people.
Right.
But you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The whole idea is to live off you.
Yeah.
Yes, so they come with no clear set agenda, or they keep moving dates just so they could just be around and you see, and it
assist
doesn't even
you
help
in
sometimes
spending.
when they have a clear plan for what exactly they are there for.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
won't tell you.
Right.
Okay, so here you are trying to rearrange your routine and everything just
Yeah.
to fit them in, and it's
Manage
a
your
mess. It's a
limited
complete-
resources
exactly,
to
it's a
get
complete
to
mess.
them.
so, and no one is ever ready for that. But
Mhm.
there are certain situations where people just
Are
have that,
forced
yes,
to,
they are
right.
forced to be in such situations. Like I
Mm.
said, especially when they are family
Mm-hmm.
or they are very close, a step relative. You kick them out, then it
The
goes back
next,
home.
the next
and then
moment,
you are getting all kinds of.
right?
know,
Reactions
having
and
to deal with
calls
all
and
kinds of things from
answering
family.
some questions. Yeah.
And there's also this other situation where, remember yesterday we talked about family of procreation, the family
Uh-huh.
that starts when
Yeah.
an individual gets married.
Yeah.
Now, in such an instance where you have young couples try to start a life,
Mm-hmm.
then you have a relative of either family come to live.
Have I ever thought about that? No, I don't want to.
Oh yeah, it's happened, or it's very common.
It won't
Yes,
happen.
where
Mm.
you have a relative come to, so maybe your wife's brother, or it could be your own brother or sister coming to
We
live
have a
with you
family
guys,
house.
if you have a spare room or something.
No, we don't. We have a family house. We just redirect your route to that place. But
Why are you so mean?
please.
Please,
Right. Yeah. So, my mate,
Yeah.
I mean, have you had that situation? Have you actually been that one person who decides to call a friend like, "Hey, I'm coming to town and I need to do the can I?"
And then I ended up staying for a full year.
No, you didn't get to it yet.
Oh no, I remember a time during service days. So I did my service in Nungwa,
Okay.
and coming from where I lived to Nungwa every time was
Hectic.
yeah. So you know, Pokia lives in Tema,
Right.
so I was there for a little while,
Okay.
and even with that, I think I came back to the house every weekend.
Mm.
Because if you once you're squatting with somebody,
Yeah.
this is not the unintentional squatting, the one
Okay.
that you plan. This one is like, oh, okay, so you're working here and you need a place where you can move easily, so you can move in with me for the time being.
Right.
I used to go to the house over the weekend because this is a person's space.
You'd want to give them their
Sometimes
space.
they need
yeah.
the space.
Mm.
So
not sometimes people actually
Regardless,
need their space.
absolutely. Regardless of
'Cause-
the relationship that you guys share. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because personally, if I am with the person for long, then I start to get tired.
Oh yeah, that's a human nature.
Yeah, so then you realize I just will be by myself and I won't talk to you for like one or two, like a couple of hours
Mhm.
until I actually feel like talking to you again. Because
Yeah.
I feel like once you're in a person's space continuously like that,
They get fed
they
up.
get tired of
Mhm.
you.
They
And-
can't tell you.
But
Their
I mean,
actions
certain
do.
actions.
Yeah.
I had a friend who went to spend like a night with somebody, right? Female, both females.
Right.
And
Why do you put that there?
I
We're not
just,
thinking
She's
it.
just saying for
I-
context
I
purposes.
know your minds.
See, whose mind? You can't read my mind. You're not.
I'm not reading your mind, but I know you guys.
That what?
You're not Professor Charles Xavier from X-Men. It doesn't work that way.
So she goes to spend one night, she spends 2 nights, she spends 3 nights. Then before my friend knew it, she was going to her place
And coming back.
and coming back with more stuff.
Come on. Who invited you? I mean,
Then I think after like 2-3 weeks, my friend got tired, and then she told her like playfully, like, "Yo, when are you going back to your place?" And then she was like, "Oh, I'll go next week." The next week came, and this
she
girl
was
was still there.
there.
So my friend made a plan where she made one of her nieces come over, right? So she tells this girl, "My niece is coming over next week, and 3 of us can't share this bed because it's small. So what will you do?" She was like, "Then somebody will sleep on the floor."
Are you kidding me? Eish. Oh
here
no!
to stay.
At that point, if I was the one, honestly, could you please go now?
She's here to stay.
There's no way.
She's not going
I mean, really? She told her that?
She told us, "So what will we do unless one person sleeps on the floor?" And she was there, and this niece came, and she slept on the floor for that whole week. Well, it was a strategy to get her to actually leave.
Some people just don't see it coming.
This person's niece left, and she was still there. And it got to my friend got really angry, but she didn't know how to tell her
Yeah.
that go, because she invited her to come spend a few nights.
Okay.
And then this happened, so she's like, she doesn't want a situation where she'll angrily tell her, "I've had enough, move
Right.
out." And then you know how people can be, they'll go around saying, "I went to stay with this girl for a few
Yeah,
months,
and she
a few
treated
weeks,
me
and then
this
she threw
way."
me out." So she kept like, so then at some point the girl would talk to her and she wouldn't mind it because the anger was inside, and the anger she didn't know how to express it. So I think after playfully telling her 1 or 2 times, this girl started moving her things small, and even the moving. Today she'll take one bag, then she'll come and spend 1 more week.
What is she feeding on this girl? Dear Lord.
Then she'll take. Then I think after she took the bags in, like, after she moved her stuff in like 3 weeks, she left her sponge and I think the bag she takes to work. And then she was like, "Oh, when she closes from work, she'll come
I'll
and
bring
take
it."
that." No, she'll come and take that. She came and she spent like 2 nights before she took her
I didn't say you
sponge.
want me to go. I'll spend every bit of time I have with you before I leave. Anyway.
But I believe that situation can be very, very
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
yeah,
I mean,
very.
especially with people who are dating people, and
Yeah, especially
before you know
especially
it,
if you
she's-
have that,
she's
you know.
living on you. She's living off of you. It's like, why? Unless a person actually invites you to come live with them,
Yeah.
why are you forcing yourself to cohabit with the person?
Dear Lord.
People think, I mean, a relationship is a license to actually do that.
Relationship is not a marriage.
Yeah,
So-
you know.
They have,
You
they,
have-
they lack a sense of boundary.
You have a
Really, so-
visitor. You have a visitor.
Because even your partner, someone you are married to, I mean, there are boundaries. There are
Oh,
things
yeah.
you don't go, or things you don't do to them or with them without their permission and everything. But
Right.
some people, for that reason, they lack these boundaries.
You're perching or you're squatting. I get a visitor. Maybe
you
my
are
girlfriend,
seated
and
there.
you are seated there watching movie, telling me you want to watch basketball. What you mean? How can you tell?
Yeah, they think that
No,
Guys,
go
don't
out,
prioritize.
go out. Let my friend sit comfortably, and you're telling me LA Lakers or what? Sorry. Yes, they are playing, but she's a Laker fan. So there's a basketball playoffs, and you want to watch it, and you're
And the
stuck
room-
to the and Charlie.
using your AC.
And this is me, so furious, walking in and out. I just wanted you to, like, at the point I'm like, Charlie, we get some 1 or 2 private conversation with inside. So can you excuse? Oh yeah. Oh sorry. It's like, so you forgot? You didn't know I needed that.
It's like
space.
Ketsi should tell you
Dear
once the person I'm
Lord.
squatting with has a visitor,
Exactly.
you
You
should
know.
give them some privacy.
Oh my
Even,
lord.
even as roommates, when it comes to privacy, but
Yeah.
back in secondary school,
Uni?
yes, at uni days, I had issues with my roommates. Because
Guy
of
wouldn't
that.
step out.
No, like you come, fine. A lady comes over, okay. You're expected to leave, and then this guy will kick you out for like a day or two.
I think they have a term for it. They used to call it something.
Salome.
No, it's not. It's not Salome. Where they lock their roommates out.
Out.
They used to call it something. I don't remember that term. But the
Yeah.
guys sometimes they intentionally do it.
So
Yeah.
this my roommate will kick me out. Then the next day I was like, Charlie,
Also,
this thing you are doing, I mean, have pity on your boys, man.
and we
They
are
say, okay.
paying the same. We are paying the
And
same
you'll be
rent.
like, okay, next time. And then the next time it happens, no one time I'm like, nah, Charlie, we need to really have it.
I mean, on campus, there was a time a friend of mine called this buddy of his, like, Charlie, you close lecture. I said, make you no come now. Like, why? Is that you coming? All right, this is
Find a
where
place.
time would permit us. Find a place and hang out. There's wireless on
Wait, let me
campus. So
ask
just
Hafiz
go.
something. Why did you tell Barry to ask me about the boxer thing? What is that?
Is that-
No, wait, it's a crime to ask questions.
No, you said he should ask me.
He direct.
What?
Well, because I'm the
He
host.
asked you if you've ever gone to a lady friend's place and left your boxer. He said he should ask me.
Wait, though.
That's a
Wait,
question.
wait,
We
though.
can't ask questions.
Who did I ask that question?
Hafiz,
What did I
was-
ask him?
you asked him, he was talking about people going to people's place and leaving their boxes.
Right.
And then you asked him, has he ever done it? And he said, ask me.
Oh, so has he left his at yours before?
What do you mean?
I
Wait.
No, circle back.
You know what?
What?
All right.
What do
I
you
think
mean?
This is where time will permit us. For the first time, you guys are on the same place. It's fine. Okay, thank you very much for joining us on the conversation. Living arrangement, very insightful, intriguing for that matter. You want to hear more of that? Believe me. Log on to AfricaGlobalRadio.com on demand. Okay, so.